Even you just come to Sumatra for durian, it's worth it.
Hope you're having a beautiful day today. Let me share with you one of the things I love so much about Indonesia. I think I am like lower level addiction to durian. When I came to Indonesia, I've just been blown away. So Lee and I, we've actually come to a full durian shop. We've been having it like roadside from small vendors, sometimes even in front of someone's home. But tonight we're going for the big show. This is like a mountain of like 1,000 durian behind me. So they must sell like 10,000 durian per day. So we've come to this shop and we are going to try a few different types of durian. This is like our warm-up for dinner. The evening rush is just on. It's about 4:30 in the afternoon. Lee and I are so hungry for some durian. This shop looks awesome. It's so awesome. So these two guys are taking care of all the durian. They're cutting them open, they're smelling them, they're checking them. The customer has like the ripeness that they're looking for, or the scent, the flavor. These guys, they know all the durian. They can really take care of some durian in a hurry. So we're gonna try some of each. So the tool of the master right here. I trust you. Okay. Can we have one? Thank you. So you select your durian, you can smell it. It smells a little bit ripe. I think this one is not the full ripeness we're going for, but if the durian is not ripe, there's almost no smell coming from it. It's very funny. What a little cutie. I hope this one's ready. No, this one's not ripe yet. This one also.
Yellow.
That's perfect, yeah. That's perfect. These are so sharp. Some of them, they've been handled a while, so like this one I can actually juggle it. This one is like just brand new. It's so sharp. It's like piercing my hand. Yeah, durian could be used as a weapon. There are some fables, some local tales of durian being used as a weapon actually. The tale of the tiger and the durian is one of the Indonesian folk tales that I've learned so far about durian. Yeah. Do you want a big one?
Big one. Okay. Okay.
Is this one ready?
Sweet.
Okay. Man, I respect these guys' nose. I mean, they deal with the same fruit all day long. Yeah, they've got to know it. They just... Oh, look at that color. Yes.
Solid.
Good. Yep.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Photo.
So the ones we've picked, they look great. This one has that like greenish tint and they're so sweet. There's actually bees. These are not flies. These are small bees, which is kind of cool. I don't have to swat them away, but maybe I have to be nervous that they're gonna sting me. I'm gonna steal their durian. So we got this one baby right here, and then we've got one big guy. So the baby, I tasted it already because he opened it for me. He's like, so cool, something I've never seen before. He said, taste it, and he goes and translates on his phone. If you don't like the taste, you can change it. He already opened the durian though, so that's crazy. They go through so many durian here. It's just a different story. So in Thailand, durian is like a very high society type item. I would never think of opening a durian and then sending it back. And the price would be so high. But here, these are like a normal fruit, which is incredible. Like the mangoes we bought, like the specific species of mangoes, were more expensive than durian. Just amazing. So, here we go. Let's get another taste while we're sitting down. I washed my fingers because I know I'm going to be scooping it out like this with my hands. Oh my gosh, you guys. I love the ripeness, the mushiness. Durian in Indonesia, it is just next level. You just use your lips and your tongue. Like the skin just like slides off. It is like pudding. That one tastes like vanilla frosting. Not vanilla ice cream, but like frosting on a cake. The texture is the same too. Look at that. You could just swipe it up with a finger. Oh, and it is better than any frosting on any cake that I've had. So, there's a richness behind it too. It's not just like sweet. There's so many layers to the flavor. And then the breath, finally at the end, the breath, once you've got a few bites, oh, it's awesome. So, the first pod is finished. There's more durian in there. You see how it grows? He cut it down just like halfway, but here's another pod. So how do you get in there? The thing is like armor. You do this. Put some weight on it. Let's see if they're very ripe. You can do it without standing up. But I need to get some body weight behind it. Oh, thank you. He's gonna come and help. Oh man, thank you.
Okay. Sweet.
Thank you very much. Oh man. Thank you.
Okay.
Cool. He's really taking care of us. They're enjoying that we're enjoying. It's a great situation. Next round. You know what? I'm gonna just take this one. Lee needs some of this. Wow. Oh, it's incredibly ripe, but also at the same time, none of it is discolored. It's all the same color, so it's like this is just the perfect ripeness. It's not overripe at all, and that's again totally unique to the Indonesian species of durian. I don't know the name of this species, but in Thailand it is. If the durian was this mushy, it would be spoiled like days ago. So I'm like hinting at the flavor. Different things jump out at me, but that one was like avocado. You might describe it as like avocado, vanilla frosting because of the consistency as well and the deep sweetness. This one doesn't have any bitterness, but some I've had taste like coffee, which is awesome. Some taste like cacao, almonds. There's a nuttiness there also. It's just so rich. So you could compare it to garlic, the after breath. But garlic is like painful sometimes. It's like spicy. There's none of the spiciness. So it's that powerful breath, like garlic, but it tastes like icing from a cake. You can try to describe it all you want, but durian just tastes like durian. It is unique. It is the king of the fruits. We're loving it here in Sumatra. Wow. Lee, this one is like, it is like a cake. Coming for you. It's so messy. You can just have durian everywhere after an hour sitting here with your friends. You just find durian in your ears, under your shirt. This bite's for you. Yes. Yes. Nope, she's not done yet. So cool. There was a young girl sitting at this table, like 8, 9 years old, and her little brother, maybe like 3 years old. They were both just throwing down on some durian right next to mom and dad. It was great. So great. You don't really see that kind of stuff in Thailand. Like I said, durian is like a very, very high level item. It costs a lot. So to just come and give your kids durian and they might not like it, you know, and then you've spent so much money on a kind of weird fruit. So you don't really see that in Thailand. So I love hanging out next to like whole families enjoying durian. Hello, sir. Very good. Hey, Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai, Thailand. How long have you been visiting Thailand? 1 week. 1 week. And you from USA. New York, Chicago, Michigan. Next to Chicago. Maybe he could teach me about durian. I want to learn some stuff. Wow. Lee, one more piece, and then maybe I can tell a story. Oh, this golden one is just so different. We've been eating actually the really small ones almost every day. This is our first time to have like a sizable durian, and the flavor really is different. Come on, man. Come on, it's so good. Like mango or like pineapple. I would say most durian don't taste fruity. It is a fruit, but it doesn't taste fruity. It tastes like sweet and funky. There's always a lot of umami. There's always like really heavy flavors, not like fresh fruit. Maybe like custard apple is like a just rich sweetness. Yeah, it's like that. Oh, and be careful. The bee is competing for the durian right here. Okay, so I can share with you a real cool cultural thing that I learned. The story of the tiger and the durian. So there were some tigers attacking this town. They were up in Sumatra, way up in the jungle, up in the highlands, and the townspeople hired these soldiers. But the tigers were so strong, and they would attack, they would make grounds, and the soldiers could barely handle the tigers' attacks. And so the townspeople were getting nervous, and then finally, the soldiers were all out of weapons. They had used all their arrows, used their spears, and they said, you know what? These tigers are going to kill us. We got to find something that's the tigers have never thought of before. So they saw the durian trees, and the soldiers started just pelting the tigers with durian. And the tigers said, oh no, we can't handle this. They're so painful. They're even worse than the spears. Please stop. We promise we won't hurt you. We won't attack your town anymore. And so to this day, that tale reaches all around Sumatra. It's the tale of the tigers who now have an agreement with the townspeople. The tigers will actually protect the town in return for the promise of the townspeople to never assault the tigers with durian anymore. And so I don't know if the townspeople actually believe that tigers like durian, but the name of the story is The Tiger and the Durian. So I learned that cool Indonesian folk tale. A nice thing to share. One more thing you gotta remember about durian, you gotta stay hydrated. So there's these bottles of water on the table, which is good news, because we're going for round 2 next.
It's my turn.
Okay, so I want to show you, because Lee is about to tuck into some durian, I want to show you this option.
I have a glove. And I have a durian.
So not everyone wants their fingers smelling like durian for the next 2 days. I don't know why, but some people are like that.
Oh,
So Lee is picking a glove.
so good. Even I on my dream, I cannot dream. I can eat durian so much in 2 weeks. Even you just come to Sumatra for durian, it's worth it.
You know what? So a new friend. Let's try the big guy. Over here, what the bee is checking out is our big durian. You see the golden color? Very different. The smaller durian here has like a lime tinge to the meat. This one is like more golden color. Oh man, and the amount of meat per seed is just like triple. Wow. Yes. So the durian we've been seeing around here, this is a large durian, but I would say in Thailand, this is a small durian. Maybe it's because they export or they sell the bigger ones from all the farms in Southeast Asia to the countries that would pay like the very high-end prices. It makes sense, but what's great is that the ones that are the lower prices are left here for us to try. So this is awesome. This one smells like mango. The texture is different. It's so mushy. It's like liquid. This one was like frosting. It's not a solid, but it's not liquidy. This one you could actually like slurp it. You see that? Oh. I actually didn't chew that one. Yeah. The same texture as like yogurt right there. You can actually just lick it off of the seed. Ooh. Oh, this is fun. Lee, you gotta try the next one. Isn't that like one of the more creamy durian you've ever had? See what I'm talking about? So cool. Like kids are coming in here. So during my bike ride here in Medan, the way to the mountains, that climb is called the Medan Magnet. And I learned another cool story. If the durian and the tiger doesn't impress you, I learned another cool story. But first, Ali told me that in Medan, people know the durian is better priced than in other places. He said, no. Joel, you like the durian, but if you go to Jakarta, you won't be so impressed with the price. Medan and all of Sumatra, actually, this is the place to have durian. So Lee said, you never believe it. Well, yeah, maybe even people here don't believe it. Oh no, this one was bad. So every now and then you get a bad one. So, like that. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so the sad news about our big durian, there was one pod that was bad, but very cool news, they've given us a smaller one, and they give us a huge portion. It had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seeds, so it means we can try one more durian. Oh, 6. See if there are some new flavors in this one. The texture is just always so awesome. Like, the skin is so delicate. Look at that. It's really similar to the bigger one. There's no new flavors jumping out at me. But like Lee says, when I ask her what flavor she appreciates, she said, it tastes like durian, Joel. So I'll just go with that one. It tastes like durian, and it's awesome. You know what? On that note, I remember a policeman, he was watching, kind of laughing at us. After I had finished the whole first durian, he's like, slow down, slow down. So that was kind of cool. Not because it was a policeman telling someone to slow down, but because it shows even though they have an abundance of this amazing fruit, durian, they also respect the durian very much. He was even saying, slow down, even though we had 3 entire durian on the table. He was telling me to stop and enjoy the durian, which is so cool. What a great thing to come and do with your friends on a Friday night. But actually, it's not Friday night. For us, it's Monday night. This is a great thing that people do in Indonesia any day, anytime. This place is actually open 24 hours a day. I just learned that, and I'm amazed. So, in Indonesia, most places you will park have a parking attendant. You might not see them until you're actually backing out, but this one, I know we have a parking attendant, so it's nice to give them a tip. And the traffic here is pretty thick, especially in Medan, so what he will do is kind of give you a space to exit the place, get back on the street, and go about your way. So I've got a tip right here. Just one more question. What are the after effects of eating durian or overeating durian? Well, I don't know if overeating durian is a thing. You pretty much want as much durian as you can fit. No. Overeating durian, you might be a little bit dizzy. You might get a little bit hot inside. You might get very hot. Actually, eating too much durian is dangerous, so be careful. Where we live in Thailand, there are many reports of people going to the hospital for eating too much durian. In the really hot season, your body can just heat up to a dangerous level. So I'm kind of joking. I'm young, I'm still very fit and healthy, and I drink a lot. I stay hydrated, so I can eat a decent amount of durian. But it is something you gotta respect. Just want to put that out there. Okay, I'm gonna get the motorbike. We're gonna get on home. Hope you are enjoying watching me eat durian. Lee is loving it. She said, Joel, we have to have durian before we leave. Even our last night,